The two teams are on the ground for the 1991 Northwest Christian Amateur Football League Grand Final. The Boat Harbour Blues and Brooklyn Tigers are the two teams doing battle today. Last year, this time, it was Brooklyn Tigers and Circular Head Seagulls. This year, the Seagulls were having a year off, and Boat Harbour played fairly consistent football and made it through to the final against the Brooklyn Tigers, and should be a very good game. Ray Parry.
Yes, it should be a very good game, very close. It's been close all year. 2 games each in the roster series and a 1-point victory to the Tigers in the semi-final, so it should be a good game. Should be very close and very tight.
And a few of the key players for the Tigers side. Bevan French, their captain, is always a prime mover through the centre of the ground or the back line, wherever he may be playing. Dale Highland on the back line, their vice-captain, also should be a key player in their side. But who are a few of the other feature players for the Brooklyn Tigers through the season?
The other good players for Tigers are Rodney Wright, number 15. He's a player to watch. He's had a very good season. Brian Cameron usually plays on a wing, is a very good player. Philip Messenger. Don Zilstra at full forward is also a top player.
Taking a look at the Boat Harbour Blues lineup, I notice Andrew McLaren had another successful season with goal kicking. 40 goals for the 1991 Northwest Christian Amateur Football League season, so another consistent year for him. But also Peter Marshall, their captain, is one of those players that could certainly make or break Boat Harbour Blues' chances in this grand final. So Peter had a year off last year, but back playing better than ever this year.
Yes, Peter's had a good season, particularly the last half of the season. His form's been really good, so hopefully he'll carry that on today, and we'll see a good display of good aerial ruck work and also good marking on the back line.
The coaches, Wayne Blaisley, the Brooklyn Tigers, Bob Ferguson, the Boat Harbour Blues. Well, Wayne had success last year with the Brooklyn Tigers. They're hoping to go 2 in a row. But these two teams have been traditional rivals since the Northwest Christian Amateur Football League started.
Yes, they've been the first grand final these two played, and they've been the backbone of the league since it started. So it's appropriate that they be playing today. Boat Harbour Blues coach Robert Ferguson is also a premiership coach, and in his first season in 1988, and he'll be looking for 2 out of 2 years as coach.
And the umpires for today, do you know who they are, Ray?
The central umpires for today are Peter Dixon and Blair Davis, and the boundaries, Greg Price and Marcus Prentice, and the goals, Mr Earl Gillow and Mr Kevin Polden.
Well, let's hope it's a game where there isn't anything spiteful and they don't have to work too hard.
Yes, I think it'll be played in good spirit. I know both teams have got good coaches who want to see the right thing done, and I think that both teams will respond to their coaches.
As far as ground condition goes, over the past 2 or 3 weeks we've had some fairly bad weather on the northwest coast, and the Wynyard football ground is in pretty good nick considering.
Yeah, it's patchy in places, but apparently yesterday people walked across it and the water came up over their boots and it was a bit spongy, but today it looks quite good, and I was out on the middle there a while ago and it felt quite good, so hopefully it'll be a good track for which to play on.
Well, it certainly won't be bone jarring like the grounds were for the first couple of months of the season anyway. Now the two teams are being called together for the toss of the coin and also an opening prayer before the game does start. So let's hope it's a spirited game. What's your selection?
I think if Boat Harbour Blues can finish the game with the same 18 that they start with, I think they could take out a fairly narrow victory.
Will be a fairly interesting contest. I've selected Brooklyn Tigers to win by 11 points, but it's certainly one of those ones, a toss of the coin could decide it.
Yes, be very interesting. Let me at this point of time just introduce the commentary team. We have Tim Scott, a radio announcer from 7BU and a past premiership player with the Brooklyn Tigers last year. And also behind me, Mark Spur is going to do a little bit of commentary as well throughout the day. And Mark Spur is the captain of City Warriors.
Hopefully in a season or two, City Warriors will be in this position.
We'd like to think so. We're a bit unhappy about not making it this year, but yes, next year we'll be certainly pushing for a finals berth, I reckon.
With a bit of luck, they'll have their kicking boots on in the final series, and they might make it through to a grand final. We're just about ready for the opening bounce of the 1991 Northwest Christian Amateur Football League Grand Final. Brooklyn Tigers and Boat Harbour Blues.
Blair Davis has the ball, just waiting for the players to get settled, and we're nearly ready for off. Right, ready for the opening bounce. No one really got that tap.
Fairly scrambly out of the middle. Yes. Boat Harbour Blues going forward, about centre-half forward position.
The first kick, yes. And Mark Rosetto, see what he can do, whether he can pick the ball up here.
Paddling the ball along. And over the line for a throw-in. First throw-in of the game. The forward pocket, left forward pocket for the Boat Harbour Blues, who are kicking to the Bowls Club end of the ground. Yes. Slight breeze.
I don't think there'd be much in it though, would there?
Maybe 1 or 2 goals, but this standard of competition, I don't think it would matter that much. Ball out of bounds again, a little bit further up the ground. A bit wide on the forward flank.
Mark, can you pick out any positional moves there that the coaches have made? Just have a bit of a look around and we'll come back to you with that one.
Ball's fairly scrambly, being powdered along by Cornish of the Brooklyn Tigers, and the ball's out of bounds again.
Boundary umpire's going to work hard today.
If they keep the ball out wide, the players will get tired fairly quickly on this ground. It's very wide, and the best way to play the Wynyard football ground is straight up the spine or down the middle. Ball into play again. The ruck settle themselves. Pearce gets the ball. Flicked up to a Boat Harbour player who kicks it out of bounds on the full.
Tigers player.
Brooklyn player, I should say, and kick to be taken by Boat Harbour.
Adrian Hall.
Very high ball, a hard one to mark. And it's been left to the back to Cornish to mark. Must have called out his opposition fairly early. He kicks towards the centre of the ground, and almost a good mark by a Boat Harbour player. Ball's been flicked forward.
Adrian Hall there paddling along. Rod Cornish is thrown off the ball, yes, and he's got a free kick for it. Ashley Hall just too tall there.
Very good grab.
And playing in front.
So far the disposal of both teams hasn't been all that good. Fairly sloppy from foot and also from hand. But that could be the early pressure of the game.
And Mark in the centre half forward for Mark Rosetto. Another poor kick.
Walker in hard for the balls, flicked it forward to a Brooklyn player. Bevan French in the van here on the flank, kicks it forward. Donny Zylstra is...
Zylstra leading out, yes. You can't keep it in there.
Out of bounds.
Have you picked up any moves yet, Mark? Or?
Yeah, well, over the last few weeks, Boat Harbour have been playing Andrew McLaren in the back line, but I think he's hanging around the centre of the ground at the moment.
Yes, that could be interesting too, because he tends to kick a long goal every now and again too.
Kingston has a shot for goal, and it's a good snap. First goal of the game to Kingston, the Brooklyn Tigers. 1 goal straight 6. Boat Harbour yet to score, so the first score on the board to the Brooklyn Tigers. A good snap there from Gary Kingston, who's also coach of the Burnie Hawks under 17, so a dual role for him, keeping him pretty busy this year. He set himself fairly well at the back of that rucking duel and just grabbed the ball when it went clear of the 2 ruckmen, and a good snap.
Yes. Julian French up against Mark Pearce. Probably Mark Pearce got the better of that, but didn't use it.
Gary Kingston with the ball again, kicking it forward. Dale Highland has the ball, tackled, gets a handball away to Don Zylstra. The ball comes free. Bit of a scramble down there. I think the umpire will ball it up. Bounce in the forward pocket for Brooklyn Tigers. The ruckmen go up and the ball's been flicked down. Bolton kicks the ball towards the back flank for Boat Harbour. Cornish for the Tigers kicks the ball forward. Bolton roves it and loses the ball.
Tony Smith off the ground there, but straight to a Tigers bloke. But well stolen there by Andrew McLaren. And a good mark there to Jimmy Hendricks. Plays on straight away.
One of the better kicks we've seen so far during the game. Very scrambly at the moment.
Young
no
Ashley
clean
Hall,
possession.
number 10 for Blues, is playing a pretty good game so far. He's had 3 or 4 touches.
Hands on the ball early. Pearce is winning hands down in the ruck at the moment. Tigers may want to make a move there
Jamie
sometime.
Butcher on the ball, got it out to his teammate.
Ball moves to the wing now. That tackle definitely too high. Good call from umpire Dixon.
Jason Beswick, and
Jason Beswick plays on quickly with the ball to centre half forward for Boat Harbour.
Leading out, but
Peter Marshall should have taken that mark, but he kicks the ball forward now. Has another chance at it, but loses possession.
it's all Boat Harbour Blues out there, though. Adrian Hall
In the centre of the ground.
Easy.
Yes, the free kick downfield was met rather solidly a little bit late by Brian Cameron.
No, Julian French, I think it was.
I don't think there was any malice in that at all. It just arrived a little bit late, so a free kick to be taken on the 40-metre line.
By Jason Beswick, yes. He should kick this. He's kicked longer goals than this all year.
He should be aiming for the right-hand goalpost. Ball will go a little bit right to left. Con Donnelly on the mark. Not a bad looking kick, but the wind's taking it away.
Yes.
First score for Boat Harbour, behind.
Behind, yes. Hopefully not going to see like last year when Smith and Seagulls kicked a lot of behinds and
That's
really
right.
threw the game away.
Well, 1 goal straight 6, Brooklyn Tigers, 1 behind to Boat Harbour, so it's Brooklyn Tigers by 5 points. Early stages of this, the first quarter. Donnelly back into play, a good length
Straight
kick.
down the centre. Good mark there by Rodney Wright.
Very well played, but a scrappy kick, Bevan French.
Onto Phil Messenger. Looks for Don Zilstra, but it's too
The
long
kick's
for
a little
him.
bit long.
Well battled down there by Tony Smith at full back, and I think it's a bit scrambly, but it comes out to Phil Messenger, who's just missed.
Brooklyn Tigers 1-1-7. Boat Harbour 1 behind. Lead of a goal to Brooklyn Tigers. About 5 minutes into the first quarter. Andrew McLaren to bring the ball into play. Used to seeing him at full forward, the other end of the ground, but playing at full back.
Yes.
Possibly not a bad move in these early stages. Lovely kick back into play. Bevan French overruns the ball. Very scrambly play. Bolton for Boat Harbour first to the ball.
Runs around it, but he's held it in there, but it comes out now to... I don't know who that was.
I think it was Murray having a shot on goal and a behind to Brooklyn Tigers.
So they're peppering the goals there at the moment. The last couple of scoring shots have been fairly close together.
I'd say the pressure's fairly high at this early stage of the game because a lot of kicks are being taken hurriedly and not clean kicks, so the pressure is certainly on in these early stages of the game.
You don't get an easy kick in a final, I don't think.
Another lovely kick from Andrew McLaren.
Rodney Cornish was waiting there for it, but his teammate touched it on the way through.
Nice bit of dash, but a terrible kick, a little bit too high.
Ashley Hall again spoiled that, but comes loose. Ooh, this is dangerous down here in this goal square. Andrew
McLaren has the ball. Measures his kick. Lovely kick to Hall. Not so good that kick, but footing was not all that good. Pearce has the ball on the wing, kicks it towards the flank for Boat Harbour. With the sit was
playing from behind, so
Peter Marshall did have the sit, but got into the back of his opponent. Dean Walker will take the kick.
Yeah. Rod Cornish had on his own, but he's elected to go for Bevan French, but nearly a good mark there by Ashley Hall. Just didn't quite stick long enough. Michael Parham with the ball out to Mark Pearce.
Pearce knocked off the ball by Wright.
Rodney Cornish, well played there by Mark Pearce. He did well there. And a good mark there by Matty Ferguson. gone for a pass to Blue, but Blue's not quite as young as he used to be.
In all fairness to Blue, I think they're playing him probably in the only position they could play him today, because legs don't carry him as quickly as they used to.
Oh no, and on these heavy grounds too, he'd run out of puff very quick, I reckon.
Cornish with the ball, wasn't making a great attempt to do anything with it, but the umpire says it's all right and it will be thrown into play.
He's a little bit fortunate there.
He did make a great attempt to get the ball to a teammate. Ball thrown in. Julian French down to Cornish, kicks it forward. Good attempt there by Messenger, I think it was.
There's going to be a ball up here, I reckon. Oh, yes.
The ball's been knocked free.
And Peter tends to let it go when it comes out free like that, and it's probably good umpiring.
Palmer's kicked it forward, but the ball's been marked by Julian French.
He's getting a few grabs too.
Needs to get a few kicks around the ground, because I think he's being beaten at the moment in the ruck.
There's a throw there, yes. It was a bit fortunate there, because Jamie Butcher let his man go on his own, and he could have really broken clear there.
I think I've seen more subtle throws so far this season in all grades of football than that.
Good mark there by Adrian Hall, just forward of the centre.
Kicks it into attack, a high ball, makes it hard for the forwards to try and mark
up
that.
There. Can he get to it? No.
Dean Walker.
Dean Walker in defence. Favours Phil Messenger. Well
a little
played,
bit slippery.
But over. I don't think Jamie looks that interested. He's looking more interested in tackling, which you've got to get the ball first on these sort of days.
I think there's one or two players out there at the moment that could want the ball a little bit more.
Yes. It's no good of sitting around waiting for your opponent and then tackling him. You've got to get the ball first, really, to do any good.
The desire is lacking a little bit in one or two players, but I'm sure the coach will remind them of that at quarter time.
Yes, Rodney Jones, nice tap on there to Andrew McLaren.
Julian French has an arm injury, the Brooklyn Tigers. Not too sure if they're going to get a trainer out to him or not. Anyway, the ball's on the wing, being pushed forward by Boat Harbour.
Kick off the ground there by Danny Wilson. Just too high for Peter Marshall. They're just falling down along that centre-half forward position.
Brian Cameron scrambles a kick out to no one in particular, to
Rodney Cornish.
Kicks it back into the back of Brian Cameron, so very scrambly football at the moment. Dean Walker trying to get a handle on the ball. A good tackle by the Boat Harbour player. And it comes clear to Andrew McLaren. He's pushed well forward from full back. Good kick into attack.
Jason Beswick on the ground there. He's broken clear. He's going to have a shot. He's
pretty good snap, but it hit the post.
I couldn't see whether that hit the post or the goal umpire's legs. I wasn't quite sure. But it was the post, so it's another behind the Boat Harbour Blues. Makes them 3 behinds. They trail Brooklyn Tigers 1-8.
Doesn't appear to be any clear system in the two teams at the moment. Ball's being kicked back into play. It's centre half forward, centre half back position. Stacks on the mill, and umpire Dixon will bounce the ball.
Bit of a 45 degree, but it comes out.
Dean Walker won the tap easily, but from Hall it's gone to another.
Gone to Hendricks, yes, but now was Rodney Cornish. Bounces his way clear. Dale Hyland on the lead, picks it up on the bounce. Good play by Dale Hyland. An intelligent hand pass onto Bevan French. And onto Paul Trenham, who kicks a goal.
Pretty good kick on the left foot. You could tell it wasn't his natural foot, but got quite a deal of distance out of that kick.
Yeah, it's a good goal there to Paul Trenham.
So it's the Brooklyn Tigers 2-14. Boat Harbour 2 behinds 2 points. A 2-goal lead to the Brooklyn Tigers. And we must be nearing quarter time in this first quarter of the 1991 Northwest Christian Amateur Football League Grand Final. Umpire Dixon to put the ball down again. Yes, the goal kickers at the moment. Paul Trenham kicked that one, and Gary Kingston kicked the earlier one for Tigers. So far, no Boat Harbour Blues have found the big opening. Umpire Dixon goes down on his posterior, but no injury there. Off the ground by Rodney Jones and finds Peter Marshall. Peter will be wanting to set something up here.
He's looking for Blue Atkinson and he should have held that one. I thought he had the sit.
And Blue's hurt.
Yes, he's come down awkwardly. And
I don't know if it's a shoulder or what type of injury.
yes, he's still
Might
down
just
there.
be winded. Free kick to Brooklyn Tigers to Dean Walker. And another Boat Harbour player is down at the moment too. Can't see a number, so I can't tell you who that is.
Here comes Jamie Butcher now with the ball. He breaks up and he breaks the tackle well. But he didn't really look where he kicked it. He's a bit lucky that it bounced into an area where there's a few Blues players.
Ground appears to be very spongy at the
three
moment.
of them then. And they've marked it on the forward line and play on by
Now,
Michael
here's a good
Palmer.
chance for the Boat Harbour side,
No,
but a
he's
terrible
missed that.
kick.
He's out in the full, I think, yes. How's Blue going? He's back up on his feet?
Yeah, up and running around again. Bad kick then by Palmer.
Yes, I think he might have allowed too much for the win.
Had a lot more time to steady and take a good look at the big opening, but a fairly ordinary
Yes,
kick.
it was fairly quiet down there. I don't think anyone was talking to him much. And I think, with these young players, they've got to be... The senior players have got to speak to them and tell them what they can do and what they can't do. A bit of a scramble over there. I think we'll end up with the ball up out of this. No one seems to be able to get the ball out. A very untidy football there. No, a free kick to Tigers.
I think it's Dean Walker yet again.
Dean
If it is,
Walker,
he's
yes.
had at least half a dozen kicks in this first quarter, doing quite well.
Yes.
And a few of them from free kicks, mainly because he's putting his body on the line. Ball at the forward flank for the Boat Harbour side.
Bradley Potts, hand pass, didn't go anywhere. Peter Marshall spins
quick
out
kick.
of trouble. Looks for Jason Beswick, but chipping in there is Brad Blizzard.
Still on the forward flank for Boat Harbour. The ball smothered.
Too slow there, Jason Beswick at that time. Michael Palmer, can he make amends for his last miss?
It looks a better kick this time around, but the wind's got it again.
Blue Atkinson, can he get it? He's
John
got hold of
Donnelly
it.
spoiled.
He's found Andrew McLaren, is it?
And Andrew McLaren has kicked Boat Harbour's
kicked the
first
goal.
goal. So it's Brooklyn Tigers 2 goals 2-14. Boat Harbour 1 goal 2-8. A 1 goal lead to Brooklyn Tigers, very close to quarter time.
Very unselfish play there from Blue Atkinson. He could have had a shot himself, but seen a teammate in a better position and didn't hesitate with the hand pass and passed it over to Andrew McLaren, and he didn't make any mistakes. So it's already shaping as though it's going to be a close finish. There's not much between the sides.
No, I don't think a side will get away to a large margin lead-wise so far today. Fairly ordinary bounce there by umpire Dixon in the middle of the ground, but just goes to show you how spongy it is at the moment. It's been pushed forward.
Yes, there's Matty Ferguson there burrowing in. He always burrows in fairly well, but I think it'll be a ball up this time. There wasn't much hope of the ball coming out then. See how we go this time. Another bit of a tussle there. Carl Zobo, he couldn't get the ball out, and it's going to be another ball up.
Very surprised at this stage that Peter Marshall isn't in the ruck, because Dean Walker has, his opponent, has had at least half a dozen kicks in this first quarter. Peter Marshall's getting a few kicks, but he'd be more effective in the ruck.
Yes, I thought he would be. It comes to Glenn Hendricks, and he has a shot, but it's...
Lovely pass to his opposition player, Con Donnelly. Kick from the full-back line to the back flank.
The Boat Harbour Blues bloke went a little bit too far up. And
Cornish hand passes to himself. That should be penalised, and has been by umpire Dixon, holding the ball. The idea was all right, but
yes,
hand passed it to himself and was still being tackled, so holding the ball.
Oh, there's a bit of a crude tackle there.
If not the mark, definitely in the back.
Yes, Rodney Jones.
Solid-looking customer.
Yes.
Good attempt on a mark there by Jason
close,
Beswick for Boat Harbour. Palmer onto Marshall, onto McLaren. He's fumbled the ball, but still has a chance.
He couldn't get the boot to the ball, but he's held on to, and he's going to get a free kick.
Well, here's a chance for Andrew McLaren to kick Boat Harbour's second, indeed his second goal, and level the scores.
Yes.
He'll be kicking this from about 35 metres.
That line's 40, isn't it?
Yes, that's right.
Yes.
Holding
He's
up
got
in
to
the
make
breeze.
distance, but
Blue Atkinson in the front of the pack.
He's paid back the compliment. Blue passed the last one to him and he's passed it back. So
Dead in front.
That's
Couldn't
teamwork.
miss this.
No, he won't miss this.
Very close to the man on the mark, but it's a goal. Blue Atkinson's kicked his first. And the scores are 2 goals 2-14 to the Boat Harbour Blues, 2 goals 2-14 to the Brooklyn Tigers.
Yes, we can't get much closer than that, can we?
Must be very close to siren time.
I think the scoreboard might be out. I think there was 3 points kicked up at the top end.
You may be right. We'll have to get that checked by the goal umpires at quarter time.
Yes, I think I've got a feeling Boat Harbour may be a point in front. But that's what we're going to be talking about today. A lot is points, I think, because I don't think there's going to be a lot in it. There's only going to be a matter of 1 or 2 goals at any time through the day, I think, the way the game's shaping.
Looks as though it's going to be a fairly close tussle all day. To the forward line for Brooklyn Tigers, an easy mark missed there.
Breaks through, but he can't beat the lot of them. Yes, he didn't try to get rid of the ball, so according to the umpire, and a free kick to Tony Smith.
No doubt Faulkner of the Brooklyn Tigers is ruining, missing that fairly easy mark now.
Yes.
Ball's about to be kicked out of the defensive area by Pearce.
It's a wobbly old kick, but marked by Ashley Hall. He plays on to cousin Adrian, who gets his kick away into the centre of the ground.
Dean Walker has another chance for yet another possession, gets a handball away quickly, but Ashley Hall has the ball.
Hall again, he's been a good player.
But yet again, poor delivery of the ball by a Boat Harbour player, but it's happening from either side so far.
Free kick there, pushing the back, goes to
Bakes.
Number 35, yes, Paul Bakes.
Another solid customer, a lovely torpedo punt
fella.
To the forward flank. Dale Highland has a chance.
Got it, and I think he's held it. Oh, it was
very lucky there. Wasn't an attempt to hand pass the ball away, but I think the umpire was on the blind side there, so we'll give him the benefit of the doubt.
Yes, I think he was. Oh, there's another 45-degree.
I think the umpires at quarter time might decide to throw the ball up for the rest of the day. Yes. Highland, a quick kick forward, and
he's kicked a goal.
It's a goal.
He won't let us forget that one, will he?
Certainly won't. Single goal kickers so far for Brooklyn. Gary Kingston, Paul Trenham, and also Dale Highland. So they're 3-2-20. Boat Harbour 2-2-14, but we believe that might be 2-3-15. So either way, 5 or 6 points in it so far. Not a bad snap there by Dale.
No. It's cleared the full forward and full back and just kept on going. Blair Davis has the ball back in the middle and puts it up. Now that's a better bounce.
Dean Walker in the ruck now. Good to see him in that position.
Adrian Hall playing in the centre, not playing a bad game. I think the Boat Harbour Blues fella could have infringed there, but the umpire let it go.
Ryan Cameron kicks it forward, but Adrian Hall has taken the mark on the back flank. Kicks it to centre half forward for Boat Harbour.
Peter Marshall can't take it. Glenn Hendricks roves the pack well, but Blues too far behind, really.
Con Donnelly meets the ball solidly, bursts through the pack and kicks it to the middle of the ground. Gary Kingston has the run of the ball.
Yes.
On to Cornish, gets rid of the ball this time, and has held on to far too long.
Yes, held on to well after he'd got rid of the ball.
It's a very long kick, very high kick, but unfortunately very wild and woolly and out of bounds on the full. Ball back towards the back flank, but a Boat Harbour player is being held on to by Cornish.
That's Bradley Potts.
A better looking kick towards the middle of the ground.
Paul Trenham with the ball, tried to get the hand pass out, but they all got swamped. Yes, I think the Blues fella come over the top of the whole pack, and I think that's what the kick's been given for.
It's good to see the umpires are protecting the player that is willing to make the play and go in for the hard ball.
Yes, I think it's good that they penalise the person who comes in on top of an already existing pack too, because
pass was on to Bevan French. He's taken the ball, run to centre half forward and kicked a long goal for the Brooklyn Tigers. Very good play. They're now 4 goals 2, which is 26.
wish that person wouldn't blow their horn. It sounds too much like the siren.
4 goals 2-26 to 2 goals 2-14. So the Brooklyn Tigers in the last 5 minutes or so, when they've journeyed forward, have used the ball a little bit better than Boat Harbour, which also includes a kick out of bounds on the full by Cornish.
Yes, that's a 2-goal margin, and that's quite a margin when you consider how close these sides have been all year.
You consider how quickly Brooklyn were able to score those 2 goals, certainly not beyond the realms of probability that Boat Harbour could score goals just as quickly.
Mm. Yes. Michael Palmer, yes, I think he had it too long there and he's been penalised.
Trying to do a little bit too much with the ball that time.
Yes.
Dean Walker with yet another kick. I think he'd have to have the leading stats so far in this first quarter. There we have it, it's quarter time with the Brooklyn Tigers.
The mark wasn't paid. A young righty there wanted to have a shot, but Peter Dixon overruled him, so I don't think he'd have kicked it in.
Very ambitious, about 100 metres out. 4 goals 2-26, 2 goals 2-14. Brooklyn Tigers leading by 2 goals. Yes. Bob Ferguson rallying the troops, and Wayne Blaisley to give his message to the Brooklyn Tigers boys.
I think Bob would be a little bit disappointed with the last 7 or 8 minutes of that quarter. His team had a pretty good quarter up until then, but they seemed to let a couple of goals go by and let Brooklyn Tigers in for a handy break at quarter time.
I think the